Alright, hi guys, Inside Game here, as always, back with another episode of Hearthstone Meet the Decks, and today I'll be showcasing the classic Rush Hunter. It's one of the most powerful decks in Hearthstone, and it's been around since very early. Actually, it's been around since the beta. It's recognized as maybe the fastest and most aggressive deck in Hearthstone. It consists of mostly cheap minions, a lot of beasts, and basically just as much damage as possible packed into one deck. So I'll go over the cards. So there's one Hunter's Mark, two Abusive Sergeants, two Clockwork Gnomes, two Leper Gnomes, two Glaive Zukas, an Explosive Trap. I mean, the traps are kind of up to you to decide what traps you want, but Explosive Trap is really good. One Flare, two Quick Shots, a Snake Trap, which catches people off guard very often, two Haunted Creepers, two Owls, two Knife Jugglers, two Mad Scientists, two Eaglehorn Bows, two Animal Companions, double Unleash the Hounds, two Wolf Riders, and Leroy. Now, Rush Hunter has been around forever, but the deck list which performs the best keeps changing, and it changes probably every day, or maybe even I mean, it changes all the time. I've chosen to have some optional cards. Flare is optional. I have it because there's a lot of freeze mages and a lot of, well, other hunters and paladins and such, which all have secrets. And the Flare is usually comes as a surprise factor, and when your opponent banks everything on one Explosive Trap or an Ice Block or something, or a mirror entity, and you flare it, the game is pretty much over. Explosive Trap, pretty standard. It's really good against Zoo. It's really good against other hunters. Hunter's Mark is good against Druid, Handlock, and such. Snake Trap is just such a surprise factor, and together with Knife Juggler and sometimes Leok from Animal Companion, it's really strong. It's a 3/3 for 2 mana, which is already pretty good, and there's 3 bodies, which is really good. They're also beasts, and it's a trap, so it's sort of it's really the surprise factor that is good. Leroy, I mean, some people choose to play Lotheb, but I play Leroy because, I mean, people don't expect Leroy right now because he's nerfed, and besides his 6 damage to face, which is good no matter how much it costs. So without further ado, I'll show you some games. Right, so it looks like our first game is actually going to be against a Warlock. Looks like we're going second, which is bad for us, but a pretty good opening hand, so I'm going to go with that. We've got Knife Juggler, a couple of minions, and a weapon. We can't ask for more than that, so we'll see what happens. Looks like this Warlock is gotta take his time. Very important to take your time in Hearthstone and choose what cards to keep and what cards to fold. Some people, of course, take longer than others, which is understandable. Right, see what happens here. This could be a Zoolock, or it could be a Handlock, which is more of a slower one. So he plays a Leper Gnome. This point I'm going to coin out my Haunted Creeper. This is because next turn I can play my Knife Juggler.
Put this apple on your head.
Right, so I'm going to play my Juggle, go into his Knife Juggler, and then cross my fingers, and we win the game. I mean, that was obviously a very lucky opener, but yeah. Okay, so that was a really bad. Okay, I'll for the game. Okay, let's just queue up again. Because that was somewhat unfair, obviously. Very good opener, but then again, this deck can have really good openers, and you'll pretty much win immediately, or you'll have, you know, suboptimal openers and you'll just fall flat on your face immediately. This deck is very polarized, you know. Either you win by a mile, or so here I'm going to keep these two. I want a 1-drop, and Animal Companion is a really strong card. Now I'm going to hope that he doesn't play something on turn 1. And I'm probably going to coin out my Mad Scientists. Sorry. No, I'll actually coin out my Knife Juggler. Because I'm able to protect Knife Juggler. If you're not able to protect Knife Juggler, don't play it. I mean, it's pretty much as simple as that. He could play something with Divine Shield, which would be really bad. But we'll see. Okay, so he just plays the 1. So, at this point, I'll probably play Mad Scientist and go first. The 1/1 doesn't matter, really, because there's no way for him to kill my Knife Juggler with the 1/1. Unless he does that. Which is obviously bad. But, you know, we can still win. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go with... I'm probably going to go with the Animal Companion here. Okay, so I get the pig, which is a charge, which is good because it's damage to face, but it's bad because he can easily kill it with Consecration. He doesn't have Consecration, which is brilliant for us. Piloted Shredder is terrible against Hunter. It doesn't do anything against me. So at this point, I'll probably, since he didn't have Consecration, I'll play all my 1-drops. I mean, I know I have Knife Juggler, but I'll save Knife Juggler for Unleash the Hounds, which is going to be even better. And at this point I have 5 mana, which means I can play Knife Juggler and Unleash the Hounds, aka the doggies, in the same turn. Right, so at this point he's forced to trade, which is bad for him. When you play against Hunter, you really want to go face, and really you want to try and get damage onto the Hunter, because there's no point staying alive if you're going to die anyways. That sounds stupid, but so at this point I'm actually going to go Knife Juggler, Snake Trap, and then I'm going to conceal the Knife Juggler. So if he doesn't have Consecration now, he can't kill it, I think. So now I have Explosive Trap, which is going to not only do 2 damage to his face, but it's going to stop the ooze, and also kill the piloted... Ah, bloody hell. Okay, so that's terrible. He healed, which is worst case scenario for Hunter. But we're not going to lose faith, so we're going to Flare to draw a card. We got Owl, which is good, so we can do this, for example. We can go face, and we can also do this. And this will look bad, but remember, I still have my trap, and unless he has Consecration, it's pretty good. But he can still heal, he can still taunt. So we'll have to see, but I have 2 damage from my Lepinome, so he's at 5. And now he'll probably take some damage to face, let's see. So let's hope it hits the 4-1. No, it doesn't. And it did. So that's good. He can still crush us, but at this point he has to Consecrate. So he gives up. Right. So that's pretty much Rush Hunter. You either win really fast, or you lose really badly, and you look like an idiot for playing a deck that, again, can fall flat on its face, or it's gonna ruffle stomp your opponent. So it's a really fun deck. The most important thing about it is that it's quick, so you get quick games. It's consistent because it can beat anything, and besides, it's actually pretty fun to go face. So that's about it. Watch the next episode of Meet the Decks, and I'll see you guys soon. See ya.